So today we're going to dive into the platform, and this provides a little bit of a roadmap as far as what we'll cover, right? How is mabl integrating intelligence, agents, AI throughout that entire solution to make our quality practices better? We'll start by the actual planning aspects of, creating tests. How do we scope the automation to ensure we're matching functional requirements? And do we do all this with natural language or use the existing context within our systems, whether that's tools like X-Ray or TestReal or wherever these requirements live? From there, we're actually going to take those requirements in that plan and actually begin automating those tests using mabl's test creation agent. And so we'll see not only how can we delegate this automation to a QA teammate like mabl, but then how can we set shotgun and really act as that human supervisor to provide those guardrails to really ensure that not only our tests are being automated, but they should be comprehensive and really match those functional requirements. Lastly, we're going to talk about what does it look like to execute these tests, and of course, execute them at scale. But when we think about sort of all that depth of data that Juliet mentioned, what does that mean for QA and for dev to be able to identify a root cause, triage those issues, and ultimately resolve those, faster and more quickly? So as everyone can see here, right, we have mabl open, and this is where we're going to do all of our work today. There are plenty of other ways to start to interact with mabl's agents, and I'm sure we can have more conversations about that down the line. But for context, what we're going to be working with as far as an application goes is mabl's own mabl bank. So like many banks, I can create an account, I can transfer funds and deposit funds. But something new we just released to our users is this ability to withdraw funds from my account. And if I so choose, if I'm feeling charitable, I can deduct an additional portion of funds to a charity of my choice, in this case, Sweetums Charity. So as I complete that flow, I should really expect to see the withdrawal be completed, some sort of success banner displayed, and that calculation done correctly where 40 plus an additional 5 for donation should draw down to about $100 remaining there. So how do I begin building a test case like this in mabl if I'm going about it with an agentic teammate? Well, it kind of starts with a conversation, right? The same way I would describe what I want to test to another teammate, I'm going to do the same thing with mabl. So here, I'm just going to provide a simple prompt that starts off simple where, hey, let's validate my donation feature against my prod environment. And as we all are starting to learn, agents always work best when we can provide rich and relevant context and good instructions about how do I go about completing that task. So like I mentioned before, context really matters with agentic systems. So knowing that I have these functional requirements already documented in Jira, I can just come in here, copy these over, and provide it to my agent as an additional set of criteria. Now this starts the process of two stages of automating this test with mabl's agent. First and foremost, what's happening is mabl is taking this set of criteria, this natural language prompt, and it's really translating that into a really discrete automation tasks. So if I were to try and build out some automation, what would be the set of instructions I need to provide to actually, navigate to withdraw, place a donation, set a donation amount? So that's what's happening behind the scenes. But what else is happening is mabl is using its prior knowledge around your testing practice to help inform this planning agent. So we'll see we're looking at tests, we're looking at flows and snippets, and we're using all of that existing knowledge the same way any sort of QA engineer has existing knowledge around how your applications work. This planning agent is doing the same thing, leveraging that existing knowledge to better inform how do we go about completing those automation tasks? What should they look like? And so in just a moment, we'll generate this test outline that does a really nice job of, outlining the exact automation steps that we would need to not only automate the tests, but make sure we're matching up with those functional requirements. As it starts to kind of output, one thing I want to kind of highlight here is we have this great outline that mabl has generated, and it really breaks things down into these really nice tasks. But as I mentioned before, mabl's agents get better and smarter as it starts to have additional context to work with. So you can even see areas of reusability are not a foreign concept to these agents. So we can see that a login flow that exists, a select account flow that exists, checking for accuracy, all these existing steps can be repurposed and reused in automation. So our agents aren't starting from scratch every time. You can also see as I kind of pull up some additional sections here, we're referencing three tests as part of a reference guide here, along with things like screenshots that further provide that context and an application summary that really describes what is the intent behind this application. So with all of this, I feel comfortable with my outline, but like any other teammate, it should be a conversation. So if I needed to add additional requirements or modify how any of this sort of was planned out, I could simply provide that feedback to the agent and continue to iterate and modify this plan. Now from here, we're go ahead and confirm all our configurations. So the name looks great, description all being generated by that outline that we created. We're going to build this against our prod environment. And let's just make sure that we have the appropriate credentials. And let's go ahead and create that test. And so what this does next, right, is it starts a new agent, our mabl test creation agent, where it's basically taking that plan that we iterated on and created together, and it starts to translate those tasks into the actual automation steps. And so as I expand this agent activity, what we can start to see is how does it think about what is the appropriate automation to really achieve each of these goals? So first being, let's log into the application. So it's using that knowledge base to kind of understand like, oh, let's reuse that existing login flow, import that appropriately. From here, we're going to move on to the next task, which is really navigating to the withdrawal page. And so as it's learning net new steps here, it's scanning the DOM, it's looking at the different components available to really decide what is the appropriate button to click on, input field to enter text to, and really start to generate those new steps with the understanding of how our application is expecting us to navigate. As that's continuing to automate in the background here, I want to call attention to a couple of other different functionalities that we can leverage with GenAI throughout the solution, right? So we have the ability to do things like database queries where I can fetch data in real time from a database, use it to validate, what I'm seeing in the front end application, and we can actually start to write those database queries again using GenAI. We can leverage things like JavaScript, where once again, I could use GenAI to generate very specific functions for doing things like, date pickers, or anything that, requires a little bit more specific functionality. So when we talk about GenAI within the context of mabl, it's not just necessarily starting from I'm going to one-shot my test with a simple prompt. There's all sorts of ways that mabl is leveraging AI throughout the solution to make testing more efficient. Now, earlier, someone in the chat had mentioned, what about guardrails? Well, the nice aspect around our approach here is that we're riding shotgun. So at any point here, right, I can pause my agent and I can now switch over to manual mode. So that same great low code experience that allows teams to automate faster, really easily, and without necessarily having a background in coding is still really valuable in an agentic workflow because now I could really quickly add additional assertions. I could complete additional actions such as complete that check mark. So I'm free to continue to iterate and kind of jump in between agent mode and manual mode throughout this process. One other thing that's worth calling attention to here is with assertions that we're all probably really familiar with. Traditionally, we think about it in terms of I'm going to find an element and assert a certain value. This limits the practicality of how we can validate our applications because we can only validate against really explicit criteria. Now mabl is providing the ability to do what's called GenAI screen captures or GenAI assertions. And so again, whole session on this next week. Dennis promoted it earlier, but I think it's a great session to talk about. But the reason I bring it up is it provides so much power and flexibility to your testing strategy. And what these GenAI screen captures allow us to do is while passing an entire screenshot of our application, I pass that along with a set of criteria to a prompt to validate against whatever aspects I'd like, whether it is a visual aspect such as validate my mabl logo is present. The screen should be a withdrawal page, and I should be able to select an account. So again, starting really basic here, just to help demonstrate, but you can start to imagine or paint the picture of the different possibilities here where I could validate, does the thumbnail image match a product description? Are my returned results of a search relevant to what I entered? And it can be really flexible in understanding sort of that human look and feel of our application. And so as I'm getting comfortable with what I've, kind of intervened and added on to my test, I can switch back over to agent mode and continue that test automation. Now, as this continues to go and automate our test, we'll be able to really easily start to leverage this in our actual release strategy. Right. So when I think about how is this practically used in an agentic development process, well, it means QA or devs can quickly spin up tests by providing criteria to an agent, generate those tests. But then how can I really easily leverage these tests to validate the changes that might occur throughout that release process? If I detect something's wrong, how do I actually identify what the root cause is? What was the change that introduced that bug? And so let's just take, for example, I've completed this test and I'm happy with where we've gotten so far as automating this test. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause this and switch back to my workspace. So here's the same test that I created with our agents. We can see it has steps to log in, as all of these tasks that we automated to validate my withdrawal along with that donation. And so I could really quickly validate this in mabl, locally against, say, my prod environment. But let's take for the example where, perhaps a developer is making some changes. So over here, here's where I'm actually deploying this application locally. I'm taking off my QA hat and putting on my developer hat because I just got another ticket. I need to make some slight modifications to my application here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shortcut and make those changes with a simple script. But what I'm actually doing is I'm intentionally introducing a bug here. Let's see if the test we just created with mabl is able to detect it and how we can help resolve that issue more effectively. So back here in mabl, I might first, as a developer, want to run this locally against that local environment. So the test we just built, I'm going to point it against my local host, and I'm going to go ahead and run that. What we will likely see is, well, I introduced something wonky. Let's see where that maybe trips up with our automation script. So we're still able to navigate to withdraw. We're withdrawing from a balance of $1,000. And we should expect that the total amount should be equal to whatever our withdrawal amount plus an additional 5. Well, I can see we failed when we tried to assert against the balance is correct. It should be true equals false. This is immediately a red flag that something's going on in the application. So what do I do as a developer from here? Or even a QA engineer? Well, I probably want to run it on the cloud because I want more depth of data. And I want to see how that can better inform me around how do I go about fixing it. Now, I've already run this test. So I'm going to pull up an example here where we executed this test against that same bug in our cloud environment. So as Juliet mentioned, for every step, we're capturing things like screenshots, we're capturing a DOM snapshot, network logs, and all of this data really acts as helpful breadcrumbs, right? Even just from our JavaScript step, I can see that the evaluation was false. But as I kind of look back at the different steps, sure, it says it was successful. But if I look at how much we were withdrawing, we should be withdrawing $105. But as I look at our current balance, it's actually 900. So somewhere we're not calculating that balance deduction correctly. Now, we could certainly draw these conclusions ourselves as we review the data and these logs, but because mabl's also using GenAI to help generate failure analysis, we can start to point you in the right direction right away. So we can see we generated this failure analysis and automatically just started to propose that, hey, we think this is a regression. We checked the logic in our script and it's doing it correctly. But we really should be looking at how we are calculating that withdrawal amount because the calculation isn't being done correctly. So as a developer, right, this is where I'm going to take all this data, the screenshots, the logs to try to understand where things might have went wrong. Now, I happen to be, a very good developer, and I can fix this with a single command, and just like that, our bug should be fixed. So how do I now validate that before I actually ship my code? Well, again, we can do that really quick feedback, running that test right within mabl's local execution. And we can do that from the desktop application. We can do it from the command line. We can do it from our MCP. So we provide a lot of flexibility ultimately so that we can meet teams where they are. And so now, as I rerun that test, we'll choose to keep the browser open, and we'll see if we didn't just, if we were able to fix that bug. So as I move this to the side, we can see all the steps that are executing. We log in and navigate. We select the right account. We'll enter an amount to withdraw. Again, we're feeling very charitable today, so we're donating a lot of money to Sweetums. And just like that, we can see that our test is now passing. So when we take a step back and think about what we just did, well, we took a natural description of our test case that I provided context from an existing user story in Jira. We gave that to Mabel, and it generated a really robust test plan to actually walk through what's involved in automating that test script while leveraging all of that knowledge, just like a QA teammate has about what our application does, our testing strategies. From there, we took that test and we ran it locally. And as we ran it against some new changes the developer made, well, we found a bug. We got that really quick feedback, and we ran it in the cloud where we were able to further draw conclusions based on all this data that, hey, we introduced something wrong with how we're calculating withdrawal deductions. Our developer made a fix, and based on that new change, we really quickly validated it right within our mabl app, ran it locally, got confirmation that everything was successful, and we are ready to now release this new feature to our customers and really delight them. So ultimately, that's the goal here is having an agent that we can collaborate with that learns from what we do together as we build out those test repositories and can really help improve our overall QA strategy from planning to test creation to execution and analysis end to end.